It was a typical weekday at a Hampton City School in Virginia. Amanda was about to welcome her fourth class since the morning. As soon as the bell rang, the school's hallway instantly filled with students running for the cafeteria. With the Christmas holidays quickly approaching, all the children were in the holiday spirit, and studying was the last thing they wanted to do. It's a challenging time for teachers to motivate their students and even themselves. As Amanda was walking towards her classroom, she found herself listening to her students' conversations, lockers opening and closing, and loud music coming from several phones at once. It was the last day of school before the holidays, and they could hardly contain their excitement. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary at first, but as the day went on, Amanda found herself in a difficult, unpredictable situation. She could have never imagined that something so terrifying would happen to her. Hello, wonderful people. I'm Scott Leffler for WonderBot, and here is Cops find something disturbing inside this teacher's trunk. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos. When she entered the classroom, she asked everyone to get seated and prepared to begin her lesson. Amanda carefully placed her laptop on a teacher's desk and her bag on the chair next to her. She had a long day ahead of her. The children didn't want to calm down and behaved as if she wasn't even there. They were laughing, yelling, passing notes to one another, and moving their tables. While cleaning the board, Amanda announced to her students that they would be starting a new chapter today called Chemical Reactions. The kids opened their books, and the noise eventually died down. A few students in the back continued to ignore her, so she had to raise her voice again and tell them to stop talking. Those particular students were known for being loud and disrespectful to their peers and teachers. But Amanda knew how to deal with them in the right way, and she did. She figured this day was going to be like any other. Unfortunately, she couldn't be more wrong. The majority of the students were listening to what she was saying and were eager to answer her questions. Amanda wasn't a vicious teacher. She had a good relationship with her students due to her unique style of teaching and joyful personality. She was a true mentor who inspired her students to be curious, learn, and ask questions. Amanda saw potential in every student in her class. Unlike many other teachers, Amanda always had a smile on her face, even if she was having a bad day. She had just the right amount of confidence for her students to respect and listen to her. And that's what made her different from the rest of the teachers. Amanda earned a stellar reputation at her workplace, and it took everyone by surprise when the cops discovered what she'd been hiding in her trunk. When Amanda finished her lesson, she made her way to the office, sat down, and took a sip of water. All she could think of was driving home, taking a shower, and lying down in her bed. Suddenly, she heard a loud knock on her door. "Amanda, are you in there?" her coworker asked. Before Amanda even got the chance to reply, she barged through the door with a worried look on her face. Something was utterly wrong. The coworker informed her that a police officer was waiting for her in the hallway. Amanda instantly got a sinking feeling in her chest. She rushed outside and saw her boyfriend standing next to the officer. "Brandon, what's going on?" she asked. She didn't get a reply from him, which confused her even more. Her heart was racing. She couldn't understand what was happening. "Hello, Amanda. I'm Officer Soriano, and I work at the Hampton Sheriff Department," the officer said. He asked Amanda if she had her car keys with her, which perplexed the teacher. She had a worried look on her face. Amanda had never been in trouble with the law before and couldn't think of any reason why the officer was there in the first place. The officer told her that while he was doing random searches in parking lots, the canine had sent something in her car, meaning he would have to check her trunk. It didn't make any sense to Amanda, as she knew her car didn't contain any illegal items or substances. Judging by the officer's serious tone, Amanda knew she was in deep trouble. Still, she couldn't understand what she had possibly done that was illegal. There was nothing in her car but a couple of pillows and a blanket. Was she being framed? Amanda allowed the officer to unlock her car and prepared herself for the worst. She didn't know what to expect, as she had absolutely no idea what triggered the officer's canine. She could feel her hair and clothes getting wet from the rain as she waited for the officer to finish inspecting her trunk. All of a sudden, her boyfriend looked at her with a big smile on his face and hugged her. Him being close brought some relief to the worried teacher. He wanted to save her from whatever trouble was approaching her, but this wasn't going to be easy. While she was trying to explain to her boyfriend that she had done nothing wrong, he suddenly got down on one knee and asked her the question she'd been waiting to hear for a long time. "Amanda, "My love, will you marry me?" he asked. He pulled out the most beautiful ring she had ever seen. Tears of happiness started falling down her face. "Oh my God, yes!" she gasped. Officer Soriano, who had been part of this amazing plan all along, clapped for the newly engaged couple. Later that day, Brandon and Amanda had a fantastic celebration. As it turns out, the whole police officer trick was just to get Amanda to go outside and share this beautiful moment with her loving boyfriend. Brandon's surprise surely terrified Amanda at first, but the way he surprised her shows how important it is to be expressive towards whom we love. Amanda will never forget the way her boyfriend proposed her outside in the rain next to a police officer who she thought was going to arrest her at first.